Hello everyone, very good day. Today we are going to discuss on microservices design pattern, and we go with decomposition pattern first and we'll follow the other patterns accordingly. Let's move on. So decomposition patterns have can be categorized into these. So you can decompose by a business capability, or we can decompose by a subdomain, or we can use Strangler pattern. So this Strangler pattern basically applies when we want to move from monolithic to microservices and want to decompose the APIs, basically shut down the APIs and then redirect all the API requests to the newly created microservices. So these are all the three decomposition patterns which are very vital when we are converting into monolithic into the microservice. Basically, the decompose by business domain and then be decomposed by subdomain or comes under domain-driven design. So let's move on. So decompose by business domain. So the idea here is simple. So if you want to decompose by business domain, basically we want to uh, categorize. Suppose we have many online order systems on mobile apps where we can categorize the microservices into order management, inventory management, payments, shipping, and then delivery, and it goes on. So based on the business features, we can group together the microservices. So it is a bounded context. Suppose if we have payments, all kinds of payments related code, whether it could be third party or any verifications, or if we are tracking and doing a DB level activities, all the work and the background APIs, database calls, third party services, everything grouped together as a business features inside payments microservice. So it is a bounded context, and this logic, what we call it as a domain driven design, and it is driven by the business. So this is one such example on the API gateway where we have order, inventory, payment, and shipping as it's an individual microservice. So all these microservices will go through the API gateway, as we all know. So API gateway is the only endpoint for all the microservices, and it redirects the request to the appropriate microservice. So consider the order. All the order business logic will be in the order microservices. Also the transactions. When it comes to DB, it could be a single DB for single microservices is ideal, but there are exception cases where we can share microservices across DB across microservices. But consider we have to consider mostly in a single database for a single service. So order DB is for order management and order microservice, and order logic is there. So all the business domain related to order will come into this microservices. Same applies to inventory, payment, and the shipping. Now, second, we move on to decompose by subdomain. So if we decompose by subdomain, there are like how we are decomposing by business domain. The same way, it is also a domain-driven design, but it also comes basic difference is like the strategic importance is given to the tech side, meaning it categorized into how we can instead of doing in a business segregation, it will go into a subdomain. Let me show a flow diagram. Now we'll understand. So consider this is a e-commerce business. So authentication could be one subdomain, and we have pricing engine, we have order fulfillment. So it need not basically order fulfillment even contains a payment. So it depends on the tech to decide on their domain. For example, I'll give you an example. So authentication could be one microservice, user profile could be one microservice, and then it could be pricing engine and then delivery engine, or it could be also segregation across. We can create a microservices for complete private microservices. Basically what it does is it won't all other microservices calls this and gets the processing. Suppose we can have 3 4 private microservices also, So one will be doing all the critical command related database updates like updating a database, deleting a database, and other private microservices will connect with a third party and give us the data. And the other microservices might send the events to the queues so that the reporting teams can combine. So this is also a domain driven design, but mostly on the tech side. Now comes the Strangler pattern. So what is Strangler pattern? So Strangler pattern is derived from the word Strangler fig pattern. So it is like it came from the word strang fig vine. So what happens is like it gradually replaces it. So it grows around the tree and gradually replaces it. Same way, when you are converting from monolith into microservices, instead of decomposing it or shutdowning the monolithic then and there, what happens is like the idea here is it mostly acts as a routing layer for often you can use the design patterns of proxy and facade. Think about it. So it need not route 100% traffic out of monolith. So what happens is like both run parallelly and slowly traffic will be moved to the newly created microservices as a proxy and then increasing the traffic from monolithic to the microservices and then shutdowning it and going by feature or API by API. So this is a diagram which we can explain it. So in stage one, all the request goes to the monolithic 100%. In stage two, during the migration, some will go to the monolith and some request will move to the microservices. Microservices in the sense it goes via API gateway and reaches catalog service or payment service. And in stage three, if we see, we completely moved downsized or decommissioned monolithic and all the services goes to a catalog service and a payment service. So thank you all for watching this video. Please do follow our channel Intrinsic Intelligence. And if you like this video and if you found it helpful, please do like it and then share if you get motivated and if you want to share among group and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you all once again.